Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
New York's most notorious killer dog has struck again, a year after its owner promised to put it down. Psycho the blonde golden shepherd mauled a series of small dogs and left one dead last summer outside La Librairie de Enfants French bookshop in the Upper East Side. At the time, owner Linda Hudson, 58, bowed to local pressure and said she would both have the dog euthanized and move her bookstore across town to a new site in the West Village. But the beast of the Upper East was filmed in another attack on Friday morning, leaving one elderly walker lying flat on the sidewalk and clutching her terrified spaniel as Psycho's handler dragged him away. As the woman walked up the block, the dogs jumped out of the car and attacked her dog and she was knocked to the ground. A horrified neighbor told DailyMail.com. The husband proceeded to hit his dogs and then drove off. Psycho was living with at least two of its German Shepherd siblings when it began attacking smaller animals in May last year. Psychologist Julia Schaefer was walking out of her building when Psycho and his two siblings grabbed her small collie mix Tarsila on May 3rd. The white one bit her and held onto her, Schaefer told the New York Times. Hudson agreed to pay the $850 vet's bill, but it was just 4 days later that local tech engineer Lori Davis found herself screaming at the top of her lungs as the dogs launched themselves on her small white Cavachon named Chloe. "My friend and I were coming back from Central Park with our dogs. Next thing I know, this white dog has Chloe in its mouth," she said. While Psycho was busying himself with Chloe, his two siblings turned their attention to the small multiple belonging to Davis's friend, biting little Muppet in the face. Chloe survived but required emergency surgery and was in critical care for nearly 3 days, according to Davis. She said one neighbor from her building had got a wet towel and put pressure on her wound, which is probably what saved her life. But it was August before matters came to a head when Psycho was triggered by a 7-pound toy poodle called Baby who walked past his door. Owner Akiba Tripp said the German Shepherd grabbed her little dog, within his mouth, sank his teeth in, and broke her spine after Hudson had opened the door to the shop and walked out with Psycho. The personal trainer said people from neighboring bars ran over and tried to drag the dogs apart on the blood-splattered sidewalk. But Baby couldn't move because she was paralyzed from the attack. The little poodle had to be put down, but Hudson claimed that Psycho did not kill anyone, telling the New York Post that it was Tripp who decided to put that dog to sleep. Tripp said a veterinarian insisted her dog could not be saved and tore into Hudson's account. For her to continue to say that, how dare she spat. That goes to show what an evil person this woman is. The dog's spine was broken, and the doctors said we cannot do surgery. Davis said Hudson had blamed her drunk husband for the attack, and then reneged on a promise to pay her $6,000 veterinary bills. "She's a pathological liar," Davis claimed. "I have to tell you, all the Upper East Side dog moms and dads up here, they don't want her here at all. This woman has given me such agita that I can't even begin to say." In an email to neighbors, Hudson apologized for Psycho's behavior and said she had tried everything to tame its wild behavior. "It's very unfortunate that this poor little dog was put to sleep and I'm so sick," she wrote. "I've been here for almost 9 years and my adult dogs never attacked, but this white German Shepherd is something. I called my vet yesterday to ask him to put the dog to sleep and my vet refused to do it. But she said the vet had referred her to a clinic in Brewster, and she would keep her other dogs at home in future. My dogs won't be in the shop anymore, but the hatred, insults, name calling has to stop," she wrote. In April this year the bookshop shut its doors ahead of a planned relocation to the West Village. "I'm just happy that Hudson is gone," said Tripp at the time. "I don't believe she's learned her lesson." She showed no remorse. But just when residents thought it was safe to go back in the quarter, one filmed Psycho and his sidekicks attacking the elderly lady and her spaniel. All the dogs were in the car with her husband, the witness.